get ready to believe that in Christ you can be extraordinary. Here she is, Thelma Wells.
But I lived to see my mother sit at the bedside of her mother, and with her good hand, stroke her mother's hand and say, "Mama, I love you. Mama, I love you." And to my knowledge, my grandmother never said, "I love you too." But that was okay. Because you see, we're not responsible for how people treat us. We're only responsible for our response to other people. You ought to put that, in your little notebook, in your database, or in your computer, or whatever. We are not responsible for how other people treat us. Our only responsibility is how we respond to other people. My grandmother went on wherever she's going. She claimed to be a Christian. I can't judge that because I don't know the heart of a person. There are some carnal Christians. That means they live in the flesh. And then there are some spiritual Christians. I can't judge it. But I do know one day that if she's there and I'm going up there, we're going to have a good time. After that, and she don't ever have to tell me thank you. I mean, we're just going to be praising God and eating and whatever you do in heaven, okay? Yeah, eating and eating and eating and eating. Whatever. Angel food cake, I'm sure. Anyway, that was a part of my life. When I graduated from high school, I knew that my great-grandmother was not able to send me to college. And so I made up in my mind, I'll go to a 2-year secretarial school and be a secretary for the rest of my life. And so I put on my little blue dress. People, it was a little blue dress then. Okay? And the little blue dress had a belt on it. That's when I wore belts. I don't wear nothing that hurts now. And I put on my high heel shoes, and I got on the streetcar in Dallas, Texas. That's when they had streetcars. And I rode downtown Dallas because I had already called a secretarial school to ask them if they were registering, and they said yes. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm going downtown to register to go to secretarial school. So I got off the streetcar, walked across the street. I was just happy, prancing along, walked into that secretarial school, and something changed when I walked in. As I walked into the school, 2 guys were standing behind me. They said, "What are you doing in here?" And I said, "I came to register for school. I want to go to school." This was in 1959. And they said the N-word. "Don't go to school here." But I just called. You told me I could come register. Before I could get it out of my mouth, one of these big burly guys had come over, grabbed me, and threw me out on the streets of Dallas. I was hurt. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I was angry. And I knew I could tell my granny. So I did. I cried all the way home when I told my granny. And when I told her what happened, she said, "Baby, don't you know God will make a way? If you want to go to school, God already has it worked out." I felt better. I believed everything she told me. I really did. Except I couldn't paint my nails red on Sunday. Anyway, I believed everything she told me. And so she went to the lady she worked for. Her name was Mrs. Mary Less. She told Mrs. Less, "My grandbaby wants to go to college. We don't have any money." Mrs. Less said, "Bring her out here, let me talk to her." So she said, "If you want to go to school, I will send you to school. Where do you want to go?" This is Miss Mary Less who's talking to me. She said, "Where do you want to go?" I said, "I want to go to North Texas State." She said, "Okay, that's fine. Now, this is the agreement, though. You keep your grades above a C. And if you get married before you graduate, then your husband will pay for your schooling." I said, "Not a problem." So guess what? I enrolled in North Texas State college. But I was there for 1 year, and I did it a lot of good, and they changed the name to university. And now it's known as the University of North Texas.
Please log on and send Thelma an email. She wants to hear from you. Remember, in Christ, you can be extraordinary.
Oh, shucks.